Murder is a weird law structure also. That's not a sentence, didn't make any sense, but murder should be simple because it's a binary crime. You kill somebody or you don't. They're alive or they're dead. It's one or the other. But the laws around murder are a little murky. One person can kill somebody, get 100 years. Somebody else gets 20. Why? What's the difference? Here's what they base your sentence on with murder. They base it on how you felt when you murdered them. That's weirdly important. They say, okay, you shot him in the face. But what was up with you, man? Like, what was going on? Like, come on. I think if you murder somebody, your sentence should be based on how old the person was that you murdered. That should matter. How much of their life did you take away? Like, if you see a 3-year-old girl in the park and you just kick her to death. It's a hypothetical. Grow up. It's a hypothetical. I'm not asking you to go do that. I'm just asking you to just really imagine kicking a 3-year-old till she's dead. Right. If you kill a 3-year-old, you should do a lot of time. You should do a lot of time, unless she's got like diabetes. You got to work it all in. But what if you kill somebody who's like 98? He's 98 and he's like in a hospice. He's not even good 98. He's in a hospice. You know what hospice is? It's like a hospital where they don't try to help you. And say there's a guy, he's like 98 in a hospice. He's got cancer and AIDS and COVID. And he's like, and they just unplugged him. And right then you walk in. Shoot him right in the face. You should get like 5 minutes for that. I was thinking about that today. I was, because I'm going to see my dad next week. And my dad, let me tell you something, okay? My father is not in a hospice. My dad is in a facility being kept alive. For whose benefit? I don't get it. It's just and they just put food in and just, come on, keep going. Like, what does he have, a secret he hasn't told yet? Because, look, my mom just died. She just died. That's how it works. By the way, for you young people, here's how life goes. One of your parents is going to die, and the other one is just never going to die. They just will never die, ever. And guess what? It's not the one you wanted. Nope. It's not the one you wish to have kept. It's not your good parent. Nobody's got two good parents. You have a nice one and a shitty one. And the nice one just dies, because that's what nice people do. I'll just die. I don't want to bother everybody. And the shitty one just hangs in there. I'm still here. Another day of this. Why? What the for the long life? You can live too long, I think. You can live too long. Some people are 100. Get the out of here. Nobody knows you. What are you going to run into somebody? Hey! Some people are even older. Some people are, you ever read about the oldest person in the world? There's always an oldest person. And sometimes you read about them because the other one just died. That's when they tell you that there's a new oldest person. Last one I read about was 114. 114. He's a teenager after 100. You know what that means? That means he's got a kid who's like 92. Who's like, please die. I'm just hanging around so I can have 1 week without you in it.
You know, it's a lot of work having kids, especially now, as opposed to the past. Because in the past, you just had your kids and they just did their thing and you did your thing. That's what it was like for me. I'm amazed at that now. Because I have a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old. My oldest daughter is 8 years old. And when I was 8, my mother, she would go to work and I'd go to school. We were like roommates. There was no... She'd just go, see you later. Maybe I'll have a child when I get home from work. I don't know. I would go to school and then I would just wander around town. And I would do weird shit. I used to go to the store and steal tampons. I got on this weird thing where I stole tampons every day. And I never got caught. I mean, the guy probably saw me, but he's like, I'm not confronting the kid who steals tampons. I did a lot of weird shit when I was a kid. I showed my penis to a girl with Down syndrome that lived down the street. I did that. Go ahead and judge me. I was 9. I mean, I'm still the guy who did it, but I was a kid. I just really wanted a girl to look at my penis. I wanted to have that moment. And I was too afraid to ask any girls that didn't have Down syndrome. Basically, was the... Because girls in my town scared me. They smoked parliaments and had feathered hair and leather jacket. You fucking queer! They were tough. But she was approachable. I met her behind Kentucky Fried Chicken by a dumpster, and she was just nice. It's a true story. And I asked her, I didn't just go, hey, look at my dick. I asked her, can I show you my penis? And she's like, fine. And I took it out, and we're both standing there, and she's looking at me like, dude, what, you think you're the first person to do this? I've seen every in this town. Just put it away. That's what it was like when I was a kid. I mean, not for everybody. Not every single... Oh, sure, we all showed our to people.
And they all just stand there staring at him. And he's like hugging this tiger and like talking to it softly. It's a really intense scene that makes
that makes no sense in the movie. In the context of the movie, yeah.
It's funny
because
for you. Robert De Niro, his comedies are so bad, but his dramas are hilarious. To me, two of the funniest movies in history are Goodfellas and Raging Bull. Mm-hmm. Two hilarious movies, not sold as comedies. They're not supposed to be funny.
Someone who's like, no, I'll show you what this would be like, and I'll give you these feelings, manufacturing feelings. And by the way, I'm not putting down that kind of filmmaking. Some of my favorite movies, Goodfellas, a lot of my favorite movies are totally reliable structures, and you can see how they work.
Martin Scorsese's a legendary, untouchable filmmaker. His films today aren't at the caliber, I don't think, in terms of richness and the effort made, and the rawness and the honesty.
And also, by the way, he might not have been Slash. I mean, he's got the hat on. And I'm not even saying that they fake Slash. I mean, that Slash could have sent you want to do that for me? Yeah, I'll give you $12,000. Yeah. No, go do it for me.
There's no money in this playing Super Bowl half.
Oh, really?
No. It's just
an honor.
They paid all the expenses and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And it's sort of just like
I didn't know
promote
that.
your thing.
Your project. Yeah. Well, there is a rumor the NFL trying to get you guys together, the actual Guns N' Roses together.
To play the halftime
next year. Thing was
is that a real... I mean, you've heard that rumor by now, right?
Yeah, I heard it in my own house. My wife comes to me and she goes, honey, the NFL's trying to get you guys... You know, they're getting you guys back together for next year's Super... I said, baby, really? She goes, yeah, it's on the internet. I'm like, Honey, you're talking to me. Break away from the internet and get back to reality.
No, but it's right here on TMZ.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you don't know yet because it's on. You don't want to look at TMZ.
That's our culture, though. It's hilarious. She's living with the guy.
Yeah. You have to cut the thing.
Actually, turn your head away from the machine.
It's me.
Look at the person that you're talking about.
You could trust me, and you could trust me what I have to say about
14
this.
years together. We're good. Like,
wow.
It's just rumor and wild rumor.
I remember when Guns N' Roses broke, and I was in high school, and I was a senior. And the kids, freshmen and sophomores, started listening to Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses is the first band that I had the experience of saying, what are the young kids listening to? Like, I was a senior, but I was like, what is that? Because I didn't know anybody. Me and my friends were listening to Led Zeppelin, and Van Halen was like where we were at. And then freshmen and sophomores that had weird haircuts and were kind of fucked up, and they were listening to this Guns N' Roses, and I was like, what the is that? Like, it was so different to me.
It was way above everything else out.
So from the gut. Like, you could hear every string of the guitars. Like, it was such tightly wound. But I went nuts for it. I loved it. I still every time I hear it, I still
freaked out. I remember that. Yeah,
it really is rare because rock and roll, especially by the '80s already, was such a being oversaturated. Every color of the spectrum's out there. To have a sound that people go that shakes everybody, you know,
it's
rarely
great.
happens.
And it's weird to be. I mean, for me, to be sort of, to be inside of the thing and not being able to experience it from anywhere.
You're not getting
else,
to be a Guns N' Roses fan. You didn't get to be.
Yeah, I mean,
a fan.
Like Slash, at this, it's so sort of iconic in some circles. Like Slash's top hat could have come up on that pedestal, and people would have went crazy.
Exactly.
Without even him.
That's
in
how
it.
big the deal is.
So it went from us being like kind of street urchins. Really,
right.
It was a band from the gutter, and 5 guys. That's all we had was music, nothing else, and it was that or kill somebody, really. And,
well, it's like the Beatles coming out of Hamburg. Like, that's what made them great, was playing the rough rooms. We have beer thrown at you.
Yeah.
You're wearing leather because it's actually protecting you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the thought that they were tough guys back when they were actually in Liverpool.
The LA scene was it was dangerous just because how strung out everybody was. Yeah. It was like it was hard to just survive.
Yeah.
And these guys found this, I don't know, you just tune into this frequency.
Yeah.
I moved to Hollywood in September of '84, and there was the Summer Olympics in Los Angeles in '84. September, the Olympics were over. So I guess what happened was the cops had cleaned up Hollywood, pushed everybody out, the hookers and the drugs and all that stuff. And there must have been some events in Hollywood, but I came right as the cops let down all the barriers.
Oh, and let everybody come back.
And the floodgates were open. I had no idea. I was 19 years old, and it was just dangerous. I didn't live in a high rent neighborhood.
Yeah.
I lived in like the kind of the dregs of Hollywood, and it was for real. I mean, it was on. It was dangerous. There was ghetto birds over my apartment every night. Helicopters.
Okay,
No, there was a time where you drove down Sunset and you had this feeling like, if I got out of my car, I could get killed and nobody will find me for a while.
Really, that bad?
Yeah, it was just seemed and
CD.
But and by the way, they came out of there, and it became one of them playing in the Super Bowl for 5 seconds. That only happened, again, going back to our earlier conversation, because of record stores in the 80s. Because some record store owner in Indianapolis said, this sounds hot. I think this will move if I put it out there. And it grew, that's why he was able to come from the gutter up to mainstream, was through that system. It's like it's like a septic system or something. And now if you got to go directly from your playing it to iTunes, you have to go right to mainstream. There's no coming up as much anymore.
I was living in Rochester, and we got Appetite from some guy in Arizona. It wasn't available yet. People were just kind of trading it around.
Go find that.
I don't even know if it was a bootleg. I'm not even sure.
That's why the reason it excited me was because I haven't heard this, and I don't know where these kids got it.
It absolutely wasn't in my local record store. It was something that the kids at the time were just
the freshmen
around.
and sophomores in my school got it at the record store in Harvard Square.
And then they obviously changed the cover because you had controversy about the cover, right? If I remember. And then it was mass. It was in every record store in America. But at first, when I discovered you guys, it was because some dude mailed it to us from Arizona.
Yeah, that record was out for a good year
Before it hit.
toured. Yeah, and they were about to pull us off.
See, and that's because the record stores like Louis.
Yeah, because the record had legs, because it was given some time to seep out through the system, and people went, "What are those kids that I'm a little afraid of listening to?"
Yeah, I think I'm too old now. But Guns N' Roses and Nirvana, when I heard those two bands for the first time, I was like, "Holy shit, what is going on?" And I haven't had that feeling since. But then again, I'm getting older, so maybe it's passed me by. But
yeah, there is. I mean, I think there's sort of a disconnect now with younger bands coming up, and I have a feeling something's going to happen. But you're right, there hasn't been that one band
that wow moment.
Rise.
Maybe there has been, but I just I'm in another world now.
Yeah, I haven't heard it.
But I can't really think of one off the top of my head that could have been, Guns N' Roses, Nirvana, and then who was next after that?
Yeah, everyone's just still waiting for whatever Black Eyed Peas wants to do. Yeah. Like there isn't that kind of like Darwinist thing in the music right now, where somebody else comes around and goes,
Lady Gaga,
forget everything you've ever heard. This is now
Yeah.
Forget everything you've ever heard except Madonna.
Right. Did you guys hear that thing? You probably did. What is it? Lady Antebellum, the song that they won the Grammy for.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know who that is. I don't even know what that sounds like.
You know the song I'm talking about?
I heard the song on the Grammy.
Yeah.
Did you? Okay, so Bob Rivers, he's a DJ.
Yeah, Seattle guy.
Right. He's the next day after the Grammys, he was driving to work to his DJ job. He's a Seattle DJ now, and he goes, "I know this song. I know this song is something else, and it's a Alan Parsons.
Alan Parsons project.
So he got to work and he put the two songs together. It's on that internet.
Holy shit.
And it's exactly the melody.
What Alan Parsons song? I don't know.
You got it.
Many songs by Alan Parsons.
We got it. We got
Daniel,
it.
Has this come out as a big deal? And it won a Grammy.
Parsons song. Wow, what a
amazing! Didn't even notice, but the second that kicked in, it was so exact. That's great.
And that's like so much even better than George My Sweet Love and
yeah,
right.
That's even more exact.
Well, we were also talking
even the same arrangement,
right? Lady Gaga doing Express Yourself.
It's that little...
Lady Gaga does Express Yourself.
Well,
that's fucking Madonna's song.
So what's going on there?
I don't know. Do we have one of those?
Is Alan Parsons' project person going to get some cash for that?
I would assume that they're looking into it.
You don't want that going in front of a jury.
No.
Wow.
No. You heard the George Harrison one, though.
Yeah. You would think you could rip off Alan Parsons because who cares? But that's one, that's a
some
popular
guy,
one.
Yeah, he's somewhere in Colorado like, what?
I heard.
Oh, that's a drag, man. Can we get some cash for that?
That's a drag, man.
But I lied to you.
It sounds
when
like
I say something that... Just play that quickly while it's still in our ears.
Why? Because I can't, because it's going to show you a 30-second ad first. So.
Dumb ads.
And then now the ads on.
Stupid ads.
It's
making the internet free.
That the ads are for specific moments now. Like when you watch CNN or ABC News and it's sponsored by Kellogg's, it's one thing. But when you want to watch one moment, like a man being beaten to death in Egypt, sponsored by
Target.
It's like, hey,
Target.
Did you know the Geico? And then a man being beaten to death in Egypt.
Doesn't seem to go.
Geico brought you this guy being beaten.
Thank you, Geico.
And aren't they funny? And what are they even?
I can't take care of myself. And I'm always just uncomfortable, just sweaty, and just like this is such a bummer. Like, it's my nightmare. It's my whole life. Best thing that ever happened to me was boxer briefs. I'm so happy about boxer briefs. It doesn't seem like a big deal to most people, but before boxer briefs, I was trapped between the two awful worlds of briefs and boxers. Briefs are for a normal man with one leg here and one leg here. Two totally separate legs with a whole area between, and the briefs go up into this little valley, this little area, and they come down like this, and they can just tuck up in there and just hold them nicely, because he's got all that air and negative space. But this is just all just mashed together, just upsetting, stingy, red, sweaty, just like, this looks like a pig's ass when I'm naked. Like, even my dick is curly like the tail. Like, this is a pig's ass. And I'd pull briefs on, and they just go, and they just grab my fucking balls. Like, here's your balls, you fat bastard. You like that? And they just dig up in there with this viciously sharp cotton, and after a while, I'd have just this wad of just damp cloth, just a wad of wet cotton, just like the size of a tennis ball, like a huge wad of wet cotton. And boxers were worse because they just let everything flap around and touch each other and upset each other. I need everything to be segregated down here. I need everything would stick and just get. And also, when I had boxers on, for some reason, I always had just water, like a quarter cup of water, just sloshing around my all the time. Just what is this water? It's hovering around my defying gravity, just like an upside down glass of water in my ass. I gotta manage because I can't stop eating. I exercise a lot. I run 5 miles every other day to manage to maintain this body that I have. Because the food, man, I eat like high octane crap. Like
Ask Oscar Schindler.
Yeah, exactly. He probably raped a lot of those Jewish girls. Don't you think?
Jesus. On this Rosh Hashanah, you're going to make jokes like that?
I'm not joking.
I'm not joking. I'm completely serious.
I'm pretty sure he did.
I'm essential to the war effort. One-armed guy shoveling snow. God, I love his soul.
In that movie, there's a scene where he has to pick a secretary. So he's got these girls all interviewing, and they're all so cute, and it's a funny scene of him going like, which girl will I pick and flirt with all the time? But there's this underlying joke of like, and the rest will die in a gas chamber. Like, you have nice tits so that they won't be sewn to your sister's face, and then you get burned.
What movie was that?
Schindler's List.
Oh yeah, Schindler's List. Okay.
Picking a secretary, and then he wound up going with what's that cunt face's name who blew us off? Ben something.
Ben
Kingsley.
Ben Kingsley.
Oh, Ben Kingsley.
Wonderful actor though. Fair is
great.
fair.
Thanks.
No.
Thanks for nothing.
As a person, he's a cunt face bag of shit, but as an actor, he is.
Yeah, but every part he plays, it's just like if Gandhi did this, or if if Gandhi worked for Oscar Schindler, or if Gandhi was a mobster from England.
Gandhi's a businessman.
It's like if Gandhi was an actor. Because
he's more Gandhi than he is who he is. Yeah. That's just it. It's his persona now.
Yeah. Gandhi played chess.
Yeah,
Bobby
exactly.
Fischer.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah. I remember that one.
That was a good one. Searching for Bobby Fischer.
Why would I watch that?
It's a great movie.
You play chess.
But
I don't.
What? But Larry Fishburne, Joe Montana.
I don't care who's in it. It's a chess movie.
It's not. It's about
how exciting could that be?
It's very.
There's a scene where Ben Kingsley's telling the kid to try to find a move on a chessboard.
Yeah.
And then the kid can't find it, so he swipes away all the pieces.
Wow. All right, I might have to see that now.
Now find it.
Now see it. And that's how those guys see the chess.
And the kid is able to see it then when no pieces were there.
Yes. Those guys.
Isn't that exciting?
But no.
Yeah, Larry Fishburne is the streetwise.
Yeah, he's the one. You got to
Washington
come and get
Park
my king.
Yeah.
Trying to teach him like in street lingo.
Yeah, right.
What chess is like. Shut the fuck up.
He's watching and he goes,
I hate
bring
that.
out the queen, kid. Bring out the queen.
Yo, man, I'm the king. This is my turf.
You got to come and get my king.
Oh, shut up. It's chess.
Shocked again.
Like them in Planet of the Apes.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they call the apes ran the town and they called it Ape City.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like even they're acknowledging in that way that isn't this crazy?
That it's like this is insane.
Yeah.
Look, it's Ape City. That's crazy.
We don't call our country like Man America because we think it's weird that men are involved. Ape law.
Ape law.
Ape law.
Oh, see, it's wild. It's law, but it's ape law. Yeah. We even see it's crazy.
Think it's nuts. Look, we're monkeys. Yeah. We're not supposed to be in charge. What were you going to say, Pat?
I said the only good human is a dead human.
Dead human.
Dead human.
Damn you. Damn you. Come on, Taylor. What's on the scrolls, Taylor, when he's trying to get him to recite the scroll?
What are the third articles of ape law?
I don't know your law. I don't know your law.
True, I don't know your law, but...
With some kind of brain surgery, they've taught him to speak. No, damn you, I'm standing here naked.
The weird thing is in the one where they show how it happened, you know, the conquest of the planet of the apes?
Yeah.
Where they show how apes used to be pets and servants?
Yeah.
It seems like the whole world revolved around ape problems. Like humans aren't any longer doing just regular jobs. They're just dealing with apes.
Like and the problems that having apes doing these jobs, and it's like they drop
ape
something.
Trouble in Sector 3. Ape trouble in Sector 3. Constant
trouble than it's worth.
It's just constant. And these jackbooted cops that are just about ape control.
Just to take care of the apes.
Disperse apes on Sector 4. Disperse apes. Like nobody's running a computer company or like listening to music. It's just constant ape management.
That's funny.
Ape management.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
I like the lake house myself.
Oh, God, that is the worst thing I ever saw.
Was that horrid?
They don't even, it's based on a really hard-to-sell premise, and they don't even try.
What's it about?
It's a lake house.
It's about
And
a two-bedroom in mastic.
It was bought for $1,200, and it was a piece of and a mailbox.
She owns
it in like now times.
It's so bad.
And what's his name? Keanu owned it
like a few years
before.
It's not even like a man from the 40s who owned it.
Hello, what is this?
It's like a few years
I hope it's not from a Negro.
Yeah.
But and they'd send letters to each other in the mailbox of this place, and then they figured out like they were in different times.
Like she would put a letter in the mailbox.
That happened to me once.
Did it?
Wait, she would put her mail in the mailbox.
Email.
She put it.
This sounds good.
She put a letter in the mailbox, which who does that anyway?
Yeah.
I don't.
And then it was just gone. She put the flag up or something.
What it was
you're
is
kidding me.
What it was is that
that was the big dramatic part.
You're kidding me.
He wrote a letter saying I can't even do it.
That he lived there. And she's like, no, I'm living here. So they kind of figured out that they lived in a different time in the same house and kind of fell in love over this.
Yeah, that always happens.
Yeah, of course, by mail. He should have just dropped the load in the mailbox. She opens it up, puts her hand in, and just gets a load of cum in her
Here's your
hand.
delivery. There's your timeless love, you cunt.
Here you go.
Or a mousetrap. A mousetrap with AIDS blood on it. Here you go, slut.
Here's your time-traveling splooge.
So they kind of made this
to the
deal.
woman playing her.
Yeah, you did a great job in Speed, too, you hole.
They kind of made this deal for him to meet her.
Yeah.
And he winds up getting hit by a car and dying or some shit.
No, but the thing is, where they destroy the premise, which is bad anyway, is that they wanted to start having to be able to have conversations that are like instead of long letters.
Yeah.
It's just bad dialogue. So they want to be able to go, so how are you doing? I'm fine. How are you? So they just stand there and each put one in, I'm okay. How are you? Put the letter in. And then the other person gets it and says, oh, that's nice here. And then they start talking really fast back and forth.
Yeah.
And the flag magically goes up and down.
Yeah.
And one of them dies with a paper cut.
Oh, I see. They're in different times in the same house, just writing letters to each other.
And the mailbox has this magical ability to transport the letters.
I was just putting
across
one
several
walkie-talkie.
months.
Put one walkie-talkie in the mailbox and stand out it with another one, and you can talk to each other or something.
Exactly.
Try things.
Horribly tedious fucking
This movie.
How about send a photo of your 20th century?
Yeah.
I never heard of a camera yet.
Send a photo of your cunt in a racing form. Stop wasting my time.
Stock sheets. Let me know what stock I should buy, you dumb cunt.
Send me a picture of your mouth around the genitals of a Negro.
Oh my God!
We don't
This
give that
show
a
is
lot this time.
It's just gotten horrific.
How does the dumb movie end?
He gets hit by a bus.
Well,
she stops him from getting hit by a bus.
That's how it starts. It starts with somebody getting killed in the road, and Sandra Bullock is with her mother, I think, and looking out and going, oh, that's kind of a horrible thing. You don't realize at the time that that's him.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the movie, it turns out through everything that had happened, he was coming to meet her, and then because of that, she saved him from
So you don't realize until 20 minutes in that it's him.
And
you go, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
He's going to get hit.
Really killed by a bus?
Yeah.
Which is ironic.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't you think?
Yeah. Because there's
Speed.
That is just...
I forgot about that. They were in that together, huh?
Both of them.
Oh,
You can't make a movie without a bus in it, that dumb whore.
We
want to do a stage swag.
It's in a rider.
Yeah, it's in a rider.
There has to be somebody that dies by bus in my movie. It's like that movie, American Beauty. Remember that movie?
Oh,
where they got
infuriating.
Kevin Spacey playing the man,
heterosexual, yeah,
and he's in love. He wants to. He's fantasizing about a cheerleader in high school,
right?
And the way they represent this in this gay movie,
it really
this bunch of cum through a projector that this movie was is like this is a man when you fantasize. Apparently, according to this movie, when you fantasize about a cheerleader,
right,
you lay on your back and flower petals fall all over you.
Right.
Rose petals just fall all over your body. That's what you think about.
Exactly.
Instead of just like her hot, sweaty ass and the confused look on her face as you come in her stupid eye.
And then bash her brains in with her own pom-poms wrapped around your fist.
Hold her throat and tell her not to tell people.
And you throw her into her cab and she's crying.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You fucking bleach your hair and move out of town.
Or you yell, give me a C, give me a U, give me an N, give me a T, as you punch her in the belly.
No rose petals needed. Avoid her calls when she skips her period a month later.
She's holding a Miller Lite on her eye to put down the swelling.
When it's done, I want the sheets to look like there are rose petals on it.
Exactly. She's got a Heffenrepper to her shiner.
You make her wear a cheerleading outfit while you give her ass to mouth.
Exactly. God. No, it's Kevin Spacey with this sweet look on his face and his flower petals.
Yeah.
And also like cluck music, jazzy music, music with a
that's how you fantasize
with those wooden blocks.
And then the Marine at the end of the movie, the Marine, of course, the ex-Marine is really
he's the one who's really gay.
Yeah.
None of us are gay. It's actually the one hetero guy. He's the gay one.
Yeah.
No one else is gay.
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey's not gay.
No.
He's straight as an arrow. He lifts weights, listens to Zeppelin, drives a Firebird, and thinks about rose petals.
Yeah, the rose petals really.
And then when he actually sees her tits, he almost vomits.
Yeah,
and puts a blanket around her.
Yeah.
Where the is the man? There's no man there.
No, absolutely not. She should have been in a
finally sees
chokehold.
the 18-year-old tits and goes, "What have I been doing all this time? I forgot I like men and their anuses. I forgot I like to suck cock. I don't like vaginas. They're disgusting."
Here's the Eddie Murphy trailer that is driving a lot of people nuts around here.
I have not heard it, but I'm sure it's fun.
Oh, it's horrible.
Well, we've pointed out over the last year or two that Eddie Murphy makes the same movie where it's Eddie Murphy as...
And it's usually like a new movie starring Eddie Murphy. And Eddie Murphy.
And Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. It's like he's got to play 18 characters in movies now.
Yeah. I'd love to see a drama like that, like, Robert Duvall and Robert Duvall in the cancer story.
He plays the rapist and the victim.
He's the rapist and the victim and the old man who's dying of cancer. Well, he's all three of them with prosthetics, but it's not funny. Well, and he wears a fat suit, but for a dramatic reason, like a drama fat suit.
Well, just when you thought Eddie Murphy couldn't get worse with this whole, and Eddie Murphy thing, listen to this.
On July 11th, it's Eddie Murphy in Eddie Murphy.
In Eddie Murphy. In Eddie Murphy.
See, now he's inside himself. Eddie Murphy is now...
Eddie Murphy. I can't even say it. I'm laughing.
This is outrageous. Listen, you're not going to believe this.
Here's how this happened. Here's how this happened. A couple of comedy movie writers were on the Paramount lot working on some Eddie Murphy stink bag vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just like us talking about, does this guy have any move besides Eddie Murphy and Eddie? And then somebody went, Eddie Murphy in Eddie Murphy. Like, that's how dumb it is.
Yeah.
And then somebody went, oh Jesus, that's it. We're going to make money. Yeah. And they backed in the actual idea for the movie they started with the tag. That's how movies are made now. They started with what's going to be on the poster. Eddie Murphy in
Eddie Murphy. And then said, all right, we'll have him as a giant robot thing. Mm-hmm. And then he'll be controlling him from inside his head.
Yeah. How do we get to Eddie Murphy in Eddie Murphy?
Yeah. We could make it a gay sex movie.
Doesn't matter what it is. And they went into some executive's office and said, here's the next movie. Eddie Murphy in Eddie Murphy. And the guy went, just figure out a way to get to that makes any sense, and we'll give you money and you'll make it.
Exactly how that crap
I swear to you, that's how that happened. And then they figured out this stupid, and they, just as long as he goes, ah, and I do want to talk like this with my mouth wide. And then, of course, when he talks like this, just get him to do those things.
And his little laugh.
And then we make the poster and take another big dump on you. Sorry, jeez.
So how have you all been enjoying living the way I already was for a couple of years before all this? Welcome to my life. Can't work, can't go outside, can't show your face, gotta wash your groceries. Because I got cum on the groceries. That's why in my mind, that's what it means. Maybe that's what you were thinking, but. I have a solution for the pandemic, by the way, for COVID. I have it. This is it. We test everybody, first of all. Now, every time we find somebody who has COVID, you kill them. That's it. That's the solution. You won't need another one after that one. That's the final one. It's been pretty amazing to be alive during this thing, during COVID, because you're not going to see this again. And wow, did we learn some shit. That's really the things that teach you in life are things you never would have chosen to do for yourself. I mean, think about your life as far as it's been where you have the choices, where you're like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to pursue this. It all goes to shit, every bit of it. And even when it goes right, you're like, why don't I like it? It's what I wanted, but why don't I like it? Because it's your choice, and your choices are based on fear and just thin, stupid hopes. But when life just kicks you in the balls and you're like, oh, everything's different now, and it shows you wouldn't have looked at otherwise. That's the great joy in it. And what I thought was really interesting about COVID, and still is that it's the first thing I've seen where everyone on Earth had the same problem. Every human being on Earth had the same problem. We never had that before. That's why we don't give a shit about each other. Because you read like, oh, there's floods in Houston. You're like, water, what is it? What's your problem? Floods. What is that? Just walk like this. What, you can't handle some water? My basement floods. What the fuck? Who gives a shit? Like, he's on a canoe in the street. That looks like fun. Why is that an issue? There's fires in California. Blow it out. Blow out a fire? Get the water from Houston and dump it on California. Fucking deal with it. But we all had the same problem. Every person from Zimbabwe to Tokyo to Newark to Honolulu, everybody was doing the same dumb shit. Every person had the same stupid moment at the same, just trying to get the mask out of the well of your car door. I gotta go in Walgreens. Where's my mask? It's got pistachio shells in it and pennies. Shit. I'm sure it's still effective. I actually like the masks because everybody looked nice. Everybody did. Because it's just their eyes. Eyes are nice. You never hear somebody say, that guy's got gross eyes. We should hide these. We should keep the masks, because this is disgusting. How do we just, with no shame, look inside my face, spit at a tongue and teeth? It's gross. Cover your mouth. I'd rather look at your hole than your mouth. I really would. I'd rather stare into your hole than glance at your mouth. Aren't that bad, not to look at. We don't like to think about because like they're, the shit and the farts and the diarrhea. But that's a small portion of their time. You ever really look at an ass? You ever really look? Once you see it, like, in nature, it's a little, that's all. That's your hole. It's like, you know what it is? It's just an aperture. That's all it is. That's your It's like a camera shutter. That's all it is. It's like the opening to the James Bond movies. That's what you're. You ever go to lick somebody's asshole and there's a little guy with a gun in there? That was bad. I used to date a woman who was a vegan, so I had to f her with my substitute. And remember when meeting a vegan was weird? Remember when that was like a strange thing? Like, oh, what is that? Like, you probably met your first vegan in the 90s. You had like a dinner party, and somebody brought a vegan. And they said, just so you know, I'm a vegan. And you're like, I'm sorry, you're a vegetarian? And they're like, no. Like, all right, what is the thing? And they tell you all, okay, yeah, I have no food for you. You can eat a napkin and paper, I don't care. But then you met another vegan, and you're like, oh, okay. And then now they're everywhere. Now, who cares? There's several vegans in restaurants and whatever. It's kind of like gay people, sort of a similar trajectory of growth and acceptance in the culture, you know? The gay people and vegans have a lot in common. Like, they both have to tell their families at Thanksgiving. That's when they have to tell them. And Dad gets angry. Your mother worked all night cooking that turkey, and you're telling me you're a faggot? You know, it's drama. But those are the old days. Things are better now. I think it's pretty amazing when you think about it. The people used to say that being gay was wrong. Pretty recently, folks used to, like most people used to say that being gay was wrong. Of course, it's not wrong to be gay. I mean, it's pretty gay, but it's not wrong. But that's what people used to say. And now nobody says that. And I think that's a positive change. I think that's a good thing. Although I do wonder if there are gay people who miss when it was wrong. Maybe there's a few who miss when it was, because wasn't it a little more fun when it was like, this is crazy? Like, didn't that give it a little zhuzh, a little, I could lose my job, oh. Because now they're like everybody else, which is great, and they can get married, that's terrific, but is that fun to your husband at your house? Wasn't it more fun to be in an old nightclub at 4 a.m, like, I'm breaking my mother's heart? Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't even mean just gay people. Just some people like when sex is a little up, you know? Some people like when sex is a little all right. No. All right, you want to talk about it? Should we talk about it? All right. I don't mind talking about it. Okay. Here's what I'll give you some advice. Here's some advice that really only I can give you. Here's my advice. If you ever ask somebody, can I jerk off in front of you? Just let me finish. Let me finish what I'm saying. Okay. If you ever ask somebody, may I jerk off in front of you? And they say yes. Just say, are you sure? That's the first part. And then if they say yes, just don't do it. Just don't do it. Because look, whatever you're into, okay? Because everybody's got their thing. Whatever your thing is, I don't know. You all have your thing. I don't know what your thing is. You're so lucky that I don't know what your thing is. Do you understand how lucky you are that people don't know your thing? Because everybody knows my thing. Everybody knows my thing now. Obama knows my thing. Do you understand how that feels? To know that Obama was like, good Lord. Everybody in the world knows my thing. I got on an airplane in Italy. This little kid was like, Mama, that's the guy who jack off in front of the people. So whatever your thing is, I don't know what it is. Maybe you can't come unless you have your father on speakerphone. Whatever it is. If you want to do it with somebody else, you need to ask first. But if they say yes, you still don't get to just go, woo, and charge ahead. You got to check in often. I guess that's what I would say. Check in. Because it's not always clear how people feel. Like, men are taught to make sure the woman is okay. But the thing is, women know how to seem okay when they're not okay. So you can't just look at her face and be like, yeah, her eyes are dry, we're fine, let's just keep going. You got to check in. Because communication during sex can be very confusing. Like, sometimes you're with a woman, you're having sex, she's making noises, she's going like, ooh, ah, and you're like, oh, she loves it. Not necessarily. Sometimes they're making those noises just to get through it. Because it's easier to go, ooh, than to say, I hate how you f*** me. Honestly, it's awful. So she goes, ooh, baby. It's kind of like a Negro spiritual. It's sort of similar. So to assume that she likes it is like if they heard slaves singing in the fields and you're like, hey, they're having a great time out there. As far as my thing, I don't know what the f***. People are like, why do you want to do it anyway? Okay, I don't know. I like jerking off. I don't like being alone. That's all I can tell you. I get lonely. Where is everyone? It's just sad. I like company. I like to share. I'm good at it, too. If you're good at juggling, you wouldn't do it alone in the dark. You would gather folks and amaze them. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that shit.
Well, you know, I drove with a suspended license, so I got arrested. And the judge was like, you know, your record is reprehensible. You show no remorse. You do nothing but repeat your offenses, and I'm going to go the limit with this. Then the next guy is like, this guy threw a rock through a window, literally, and set a fire, and then passed out in the street. And he goes, are you in a program, young man? He goes, yes, sir, I am. I went, okay, good for you. Good luck. I wish you all the luck in the world. All the world. All of the luck in the world.
In the world.
I want everyone else to have bad luck so that you can have good luck, you stupid drunk from Mansfield, Massachusetts. Just.
Joe had a little run-in years ago. Years ago, Joe wasn't able to get a license, registration, insurance, anything. He was like in that realm of your life when you go through that.
That's me right now.
So at the time, especially, the Reggies were a lot different on the windshield. It was just the sticker. So he drew one. He looked at one, got some colored construction paper, and drew the lines with a ruler. It used to just be like a grid with some holes that they punched in it on the date, almost like your inspection sticker still looks here in New York. And he drew it up, taped it to the windshield, and unless you were right on top of it, it looked perfect. Wow. Couldn't even tell. So his car breaks down on the parkway, and he's underneath the car, and a cop comes up and starts talking. So Joe's like, let me get my stuff out of the car. So he goes to go into the car, and the cop's kind of still looking at his tire, I think, had bent or something like that. So Joe just scrapes the crap right off the windshield. So the cop couldn't see it. And he goes, where's your registration? Everything. He goes, oh, no, I don't have one. And he wrote him up for everything. Joe goes to court and just says, I wasn't driving because my car was broken down on the side of the parkway. And it didn't matter how it got there or anything, because you could say I was trailering it, I was towing it. It was anything. So he got away without anything.
That's amazing.
And there he was driving with this forged government document. And
I got arrested once at the Holland Tunnel because this is how bad I was. My license was revoked. Not suspended, but revoked.
That's bad.
And I had, crazy amounts of warrants, open warrants. and the car I was driving had the plates from a different car.
Oh, that's never good. The cops don't like that.
No, and the plates were bad anyway. So, I mean, in other words, the car that they came from had expired. The plates were expired and from another car.
Wait, for anyone that doubted Louis was Mexican.
And I was coming through the Holland Tunnel, and I had no money. That's where it all started. That I pulled. I came up to. I was one of those things where I pulled up to the toll booth and said, "Hi, I have no money. What do you do? How do we do this?" And the guy said, "Just give me your license, and I'll fill out a thing." And I go, "It's not on me." And he goes, "Give me your registration." I go, "I don't have that either." He says, "Give me your name and your social security number."
You just said how smart this guy is, Jimmy.
Yeah, exactly.
This isn't a smart thing.
No.
You're right.
And then he made me pull over, and I went to jail. First, he put me in a jail cell that's under the Holland Tunnel toll booths. There's a jail cell.
There is?
Yeah, he took me down some stairs.
Hey, you got to see something most people don't get to see.
Right. Yeah.
Unless you're a scofflaw, not a criminal.
Exactly. And I slept the night. I actually spent the night. I just slept in a little jail cell down there. And then they transferred me to Weehawken County Jail, and that was the worst thing that ever happened to me in my life.
Is that one under a photo mat? Where's that
Weehawken is a really bad. It's a really bad jail.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Why? I would not have thought that at all.
It's terrible. People are throwing food out the windows all the time because of the food. I mean, I almost puked just taking a bite out of a sandwich there.
Was it violent there? Frightening?
Yeah, it was really scary. It was really bad.
Weehawken, who would have guessed?
Yeah, it's really bad. It's not. It's mostly New York drug addicts that get taken, because the New York jails overflow, and they start letting the Port Authority arrest people so that they can take them to New Jersey, because Port Authority is New York, New Jersey. So,
How long were you in for?
Like a day and a half. I was in, for a morning, afternoon, night, and the whole next day. It was horrible.
That's a long time.
Well, and when I got there, I was in a holding cell, and one of the guys in the holding cell said to me, "Don't let them take you out of this cell, because you'll never be heard from again. If you get moved to a permanent cell, they'll never find you. They lose people because it's a bad bureaucracy." And everybody in the cell agreed, don't leave this cell. And a cop would come once in a while and say, "We got to move you," and I'd go, "No." He said, "Just say no." I'm like, "How do you just say no to?" And I go, "No, I'm not moving." And he goes, "Come on, we're moving you to permanent cell." And I go, "I'm not leaving here." And he goes, all right. That kept happening. I just kept refusing to leave.
How do you refuse?
Just say no.
Wow, I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah.
No, let me out.
It's really
I
bad.
don't belong here.
No, and the worst part was that there was a toilet just in the middle of the floor of the whole place, like in the middle of the room.
Yeah, you would just have to sit there.
Sit there and
There's no
close.
There's no privacy.
I bet I got dumped even though I didn't say
it didn't.
I
think you stopped it.
So wait, did you get moved to a permanent cell? You'd be there for a week, baby.
Basically, and I mean, I was because I made bail before I even arrived, because I called. I used the phone in the Holland Tunnel cell, and I made bail right away, but it took 2 days for the bail to find me.
Oh,
it's amazing,
man.
Yeah, it's bad.
How much was
prison
bail?
System is bad. Oh, I mean, I had to pay. Yeah, it was like
nothing.
No, it was a lot. It was like $600 or something. I mean, for me, that was a lot then. Now I would. You're like, I'll pay $6 million to get out of here. I don't have that kind of money.
Figure we could take care of it right here in Brainerd. Give him that one.
Exactly. Right here in Brainerd.
I just want to be in full compliance.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Iraq. Yes.
Yes, because that helps
Fargo song.
They want more stuff.
And it's more fun having kids as a divorced father. It really is. When I was married and I had kids, I didn't enjoy it as much. We didn't have a good marriage. So it's over and everybody's happier. By the way, people who say you have to stay together for the kids, it's because staying married for the kids is like holding in a for your entire life. For the kid. And that's the kind of person you become. Even your kids, "Daddy, can we go to the park?" What the f*** tells me right now? I see married couples together all the time, and sometimes it's sad. They just become the dumb and cunty show. That just becomes... Like, whenever I see a married couple on a plane, you know when a couple first gets on the plane and they're just so upset because they couldn't fight all day because they had to keep moving to get to the flight. And now they're sitting and but they're on a plane. So they get on for the... I saw this couple once in a supermarket, and I felt really bad for them, especially the guy, because I could see he was making mistakes that were, once you get divorced, you realize there's a lot of shit I could have fixed just by getting my head out of my own ass. Like, I saw this guy, it's a guy and his wife, and she's got a cart full of, there was a supermarket, she had a cart full of stress. She had a very stressful shop, and she's standing there, and he's with his personality annihilating phone, just and she's standing there like, and she says, "Can you help me?" And he's just, sports. And she says, "Can you help me?" Like she's trying to find his frequency. "Can you help me?" And she just goes, "Oh," and she just walks away. And I looked at him, and he had this smug look like, "Yeah, it's right, babe." And I just thought, you idiot. Like, I wanted to go up to him. I didn't, because I don't talk to people at all. But I wanted to go up to him, and I wanted to say, "Dude, just go find your wife. Wherever she is, just go find her, and just touch her shoulder, and just say, 'What do you need, babe?' That's it. Just go, 'What do you need?' And I swear to God, you'll be her in the ass in the store. In like 10 seconds, you'll be her in the asshole. That's how easy it is to fix your marriage. What do you need, babe? Oh, just rub jelly on it and shove it in my asshole. Oh my God, I love you. Just put jelly on your and honey, there's jelly right there. It's right in front of you. It's right. Don't get raspberry. It has seeds. Come on, can you have a brain? Just... That's really dumb.